Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are around the world. Welcome to our May AMA, which happens to be on the last day of the month. We've got Ima and Ellie
Hi,
with
everyone.
us.
Hello.
It's going to be hopefully a very interesting, but at the same time, it's probably not going to be a very long AMA. We, I think, have about around five questions that we would like to cover off, and plus give you some general updates on what has been happening during the months of May. So let's begin. So I'll maybe start quickly giving you guys a quick update on the dev side, on what's been happening from the development perspective, but then we can as usually go into our questions to address those that came during this month. So that month, from the big features that are releasing this month are the all receipts. So the ability for us to be able to accept all receipts from all retailers. So we could accept them before, but we haven't been extracting data. So for us to be able to extract data, our system needs to understand everything which is what's on the receipt. So essentially, we have to map every area of the receipt and to train our system to say that's where on top, that's the name, or maybe the name is going to be at the bottom for a particular retailer. That's where the ABN, this is where the total, these are the list of products. So training the system to understand what's is printed on a receipt is required for our system to be able to extract the data and then process it into something meaningful for data for us. So we've started with I think about 10, 15 stores that we initially started to recognize, meaning being able to extract the data from. And we've used those stores to train our system on them to create a model, which then we were able to start using on other receipts and enable that model to self-train. And the more receipts we're bringing in, the better the system is and can recognize more receipts coming in without the sort of manual intervention. So we've launched the new model of our receipt recognition, and now we're able to start understanding and extracting data from all the receipts. I'm sure it's going to be a very a learning curve for the platform, and it will become better and better as more receipts and more stores being sort of registered in our templates. But we are there now. And we are very excited to launch that. It's a very big and important part of our development because it's sort of linked to our second release, or second large release of this month, which is the Loyalty Hub. We've talked about the Loyalty Hub for a few months. It's finally out, and we have a few brands who's from the 1st of June will start using it. So the part of the Loyalty Hub is to be able to reward consumers for buying certain brands. So a brand will set up their loyalty program. So the same way as you join, for example, Coles for your Flybuys, and you've been rewarded regardless of where you buy within Coles chain. The same way now brands can run their own program and say, if you buy our product in any of the stores, we will be able to reward you. So for us to be able to support that, we had to be able to recognize receipts from all of the stores. So that's why receipt recognition for all the stores and Loyalty Hub were not coincidental that they've been released together, because we needed one in order to release the other one. So together with the Loyalty Hub, we've launched the 3 key modules that our first, or the initial version of the Loyalty Hub, which is the dashboard, CRM, and the analytics. This is our B2B offering. That's where brands can get a better understanding of what their members are doing. the type of data that brands never were able to see. It's usually with the luxury of retailers, but now the brands have access to this data, which is a very big improvement in our offering. But at the same time, it provides brands with unprecedented abilities. That's something that they didn't have before, and which they are really looking forward to utilize. So I think from the dev perspective, maybe further improvements on our rules, which is the ongoing work that EMA is heading, bringing all of the feedback from our app users, and we're constantly trying to improve and align the users' expectation with our objectives to make a system useful for the app users, but at the same time for our clients, which are brands who wants to see or access certain data that we would like our app users to help us to grow. So that's probably all on the dev side from the main items. Obviously, there are a lot of small things that have been released alongside, but I think these are the ones that worth mentioning.
Awesome. I think from here it's worthwhile maybe launching into the questions, because the questions that have come up actually answer some of the things that we wanted to talk through today anyway. So I'll kick off with the first one, which is, are there any goals set up for new listing in exchanges? I'll hand that over to you, Gennady.
Yeah, look, I don't think we had one AMA without this question. Yep. So it's obviously it's a question that a lot of token holders want to know, and obviously it's aligned with our objective. We want Shping coin to be available everywhere in terms of the exchanges, but also from the utility perspective as well. So this is something that we continuously do. We continuously apply and update the exchanges on our progress. And yeah, as soon as we hear any updates from them or any listings, usually those listings are announced even so we find out about them the same way as you guys would from the announcements of the exchange. So at this stage, we don't have anything to share with you, but that could change any minute, and there could be some announcements coming, but it's not something that we're able to sort of give you a preview, because we are at the same sort of boat with you, where we'll probably be notified at the same time.
Awesome. Another question that's come in is, when will you expand to more social platforms like Reddit, Telegram, Bitcoin Talk, CoinMarketCap? Ellie, that question might be best positioned with you.
Yeah, I think so too. We are on Telegram. Shping has an official Telegram community channel that you can, of course, join. I can repost it in the Twitter account right after this AMA, but it's already pinned in there. So anyone who wants to join in the community can join in there. And while I do acknowledge that Reddit and Bitcoin Talk are very popular in the crypto space, our current focus is catering to our broader audience, and so our current focus is really on the broader social platforms for now. But of course, I think Gennady would be able to expand on this further, leading into one of the topics that we want to discuss today.
Certainly, yes. So yeah, as Ella mentioned, our key focus currently is more bringing more app users to the platform. That's bringing more utility users to the platform. That's our key focus, which are targeting both crypto and non-crypto community. As it happened, we probably more app users on the platform are those who are not yet in the crypto space. And this is why we've just recently announced a marketing partnership with Coinbase, where we'll help one another to bring more retail consumers into crypto. I think in June, there's going to be a press release by Coinbase on this collaboration. Through that, what's going to happen? So there are a couple of things that we are doing as part of these arrangements. So one, we're going to designate a special airdrop for Coinbase users in Australia. There are over close to 1 million, or even could be more, users of Coinbase in Australia. And those users will be able to participate in the airdrop if they are to install Shping app and connect Shping app to the Coinbase. From our perspective, we're going to do almost mirror of that offering, where we're going to go to our existing app users, those who are currently haven't linked their app to Coinbase, and they're going to get some kind of reward for installing their Coinbase app and start moving their earned coins into Coinbase. The idea is to bring blockchain technology and all of the everything that technology got to offer to this space that not yet familiar. Maybe it's they feel that it's too technically savvy. They need to be technically savvy to enter that space. Maybe they don't have enough information. So together with Coinbase, there's going to be a lot of educational work that we're going to be doing together to educate and explain how to safely enter that space and to try to get the most out of the technology which is available to us now. So yes, they're going to be, you're probably going to hear more about our joint efforts with Coinbase, but we are very excited about this collaboration because we feel that there is a lot of value that two companies could add to one another. We're obviously interested to bring most, if not all, Coinbase Australian users to our platform. And we would be happy if those app users who is currently using Shping will also onboard crypto space and start leveraging Coinbase services. So it's sort of a win-win, a partnership where we wish to add value to one another. So obviously we'll keep you guys informed, and those who are in Australia will probably be getting communication in that regard.
Awesome. The next question that's come through is, if we use AI for reviews, is there policies around using platforms like ChatGPT? So I might take that one. So the intent with all of our reviews is that they're incredibly useful to another reader reading them. And so we want to make sure that they're real, genuine, authentic reviews from people interacting with the product. So what we've been able to do over time is really train the system to learn and look out for genuine reviews. And our system is trained to recognize those reviews that would be created using AI generative tools, and it wouldn't accept those types of reviews. So I hope that answers that question there. Another question that's come through is, you guys have been around for 7 years. To grow times 10, why don't you expand to the US? Kennedy, I think this is another one that features quite often.
Yes, so US, obviously, as well as the rest of the world, is our target market, and we definitely want to ensure that Shping is available to everyone and everywhere. We have our expansion plan, and we already announced the UK and New Zealand, which we are planning to move as our next international markets. But US definitely in the top countries that we want to expand our services to. We don't have any date as yet, but we're definitely interested to get to that market, and we'll definitely do so as soon as we feel that we are ready.
Awesome. That leads beautifully into the next question then. When will Shping be active in the UK and New Zealand?
So our UK and New Zealand sort of initiation of our marketing is waiting for the results of our launch of Loyalty Hub in Australia, because that may change the way we're gonna structure our marketing and go to market strategy in those markets. So hopefully in the next couple of months we'll start getting some data and better understanding, and would be able to shape up our launch plans with those two markets. So it's all going to happen very soon, but we're waiting for some more data on the launch of the Loyalty Hub.
Sounds good. And then the final question that's come through for today's session is, were there challenges in launching Loyalty Hub? And I'll hand that one over to you too, Gennady.
That's a good question. Look, we're probably still going through the challenges that any new launch are going to pose. So it's a completely new offering, and it sort of touches on a lot of different areas of the business. So the challenge that I think we can talk about now, that's the one that we've been working on for the last couple of weeks, was the challenge on fitting the message on the packaging. So typically packaging is packed with information. So for the brands, they're trying to leverage the real estate on their packaging as much as possible. And often you'll see there are no empty space on the packaging, because if there is, they'll put another message there. So it's they're trying to leverage all of the space available. So for us, our stickers, which goes on to the packaging, which is the first step. So the plan is that we are putting the sticker on the packaging, saying, letting customers know that they can join the loyalty program. The next phase would be for the brands to incorporate those messages as part of their artwork, so no sticker would be required. But because we had to find the space where to apply those stickers, in some instances, the size of the sticker would be very small, so it would be below advisable area for the QR code. So we had to run some tests to make sure that if we reduce the size of the sticker to that particular space, most of the fonts would still be able to read those QR codes, and which required a bit of physical printing application, doing a few tests with different cameras, and we overcome the challenge. So we found the perfect medium where we can still fit the sticker, but it's is scannable. But that was one of the challenge which we didn't sort of expect initially, but something that had to be worked out. So, but there probably going to be some more challenges as we go through the rollout. But at this stage, this one that I can sort of share with you guys.
Awesome. I think that's it for today. No other questions have come through, and we haven't had any come through since I shared one that had come through live. So I think that's it for today's session.
Amazing. Thanks, everyone. Hope you all have an amazing weekend, and we look forward to speaking with you end of the June.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Shping!